What's the funniest way someone tried to lie about something? I was working my shift at this retail store when my manager asked me to grab something from the back. I walked into the storage room and immediately spotted my coworker just standing there scrolling on his phone. This guy was supposed to be organizing inventory for the past half hour. The second he looked up and saw me, he shoved his phone into his pocket like I just caught him burying a body. I didn't say anything, just grabbed what I needed and walked out. But apparently that spooked him because 5 minutes later he came up to me all defensive like, "Hey man, I was actually working really hard back there." "Sure you were." I nodded and went back to work. But here's the thing, our manager has cameras in the back room, full view of everything. And she'd been watching him the entire time, just waiting to see how long he'd keep up the act. This man had spent 45 minutes playing mobile games and watching videos on his phone. When she finally called him into the office, I thought he'd just apologize and take the loss. Nope, he tried to say his phone was hacked. Not stolen, not broken, hacked. He claimed someone had remotely accessed his phone and was controlling it, and that's why it looked like he was using it. But really he was trying to fight off the hacker. My manager just stared at him. She asked him to explain how that worked. And this guy, with full confidence, started rattling off words that sounded tech-related but made zero sense. She let him finish his entire explanation, nodded slowly, and then pulled up the camera footage on her computer. She made him watch himself. You could see him laughing at videos, leaning back in his chair, even doing that thing where you tilt your phone sideways to watch something in full screen. He stared at the screen for a solid 10 seconds, then looked back at her and said, "The hacker was really good at making it look realistic." She didn't even respond. Just printed out a termination letter right there while he was still sitting in the chair. He tried to argue, said she didn't understand how advanced hackers were these days, that this was a security issue and he was actually the victim. She handed him the paper and told him to leave. And you'd think that would be the end of it, but no. A week later, a 1-star review popped up on the store's page. It was him. He wrote a full paragraph about how we had unfair termination policies and that the management doesn't understand cybersecurity threats. He also said the work environment was hostile to people trying to protect their personal devices. One of my coworkers saw it and sent it to the group chat.